welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to do a little something different. I'm sure everybody knows what's been going on with the whole YouTube drama, and I want to approach it a little bit differently. From the title of the video, it's addressing multiple YouTubers, not 1, 2, 10, or 20, but the majority of the YouTubers at the top of the top. There is like that 5% that is decent, that I grew up watching, that I still watch, that has good, positive content. So when this whole James thing happened, I wasn't surprised. It's never happened this fast, but this kind of drama happens all the time on YouTube because it's YouTube. It's done in a way that whether it's positive or negative attention, one person is going to be gaining something while the other person is getting negative attention. But with that being said, James Charles is all over the news. He's all over everything. He may be losing subscribers, but he's getting way more attention than he used to before. Negative or positive, it's still attention. And this is the strategy that they kind of tend to do. Yeah, this is basically going to be addressing all YouTubers who just come up here on YouTube and complain and cause drama. When I grew up watching YouTube, it was a lot different than what it is now. It's blown up. The majority of the people watching YouTube is kids, young children. So I made some notes. And let's just get into the video. The first thing I'm going to touch base on is the James Charles and Tati thing. Now, do I think James Charles deserves negative attention? Absolutely. Do I think that it should have been publicized the way it did? No, not necessarily, because of the relationship that James Charles and Tati have. They have been family since before he was on YouTube. And to me, family is different than maybe what most people call family nowadays. But if that was my family member and I cared for them, they're just going the wrong path, they're doing something wrong, I would address them personally. Especially when I know everybody's going to be commenting on it, their career might be on the line. It's just not necessary. I watched her video, Tati's video, like 4 or 5 times because I wanted to make sure that I got her point correctly. I sympathize with her, I understand her, but I do not agree with her approach. She said that James was going behind her back talking to all these drama channels and she didn't want her story to be changed. So she uploaded it like she did. That's still not an excuse to go and upload a 45-minute video about how you just don't want to be friends with this person anymore and exposing all this truth about them. She still could have drove to his house, addressed him, and maybe be mad at each other for a while, maybe not be friends. That's your decision. At the end of the day, that is your personal problems. You need to address them. Now, some of the things that she said were a bit concerning, and that's why he lost a bunch of his subscribers. It's not even about the Halo thing or the product anymore. It went beyond that to, he's basically a predator, okay? If I had someone like that in my family, I would definitely call them out. But at that age and the fact that I cared about them, I wouldn't expose them like that. He's a 19-year-old. He's getting so much hate on the internet. Yes, he made a mistake. Yes, he deserves to be punished for it, but not in the public eye, and especially not on YouTube. The next thing that I noticed, I actually didn't notice this until yesterday, but of course it's happening. There's the Nicocado Avocado, the emotionally unstable man that's been through everything on YouTube, and the Trisha drama. Again, why wait 2 years to come on YouTube and address this person publicly on a video about how she needs to apologize to you? That's dramatic AF. It's unnecessary, and it's obviously there for attention. A simple call or text, or even email or message, DM, whatever it is that you need to do, is better than making a whole video, making a response video. And the way she reacted was annoying and unnecessary. It's just going back and forth when you have such a big platform and you have such a big young audience that you could be doing so much better and at least watching what is coming out of your mouth and the kind of attention message that you're sending out to these kids. I'm not telling you have to be a positive, perfect influencer. Don't post anything that's not, uneducational or things like that for kids. But also there's a line that you should not draw. There's a line that you should not cross. In my opinion, YouTubers are the first people to cross them because they're so dramatic and they are so thirsty for likes and views and the hype and the drama and the attention that, in my opinion, I think I think they all really believe that they are equivalent to celebrities out in the real world, that if any little dramatic thing happens to them, everybody needs to find out about it. But here's the thing. When most of drama happens to celebrities, they are not the ones to go out there and expose themselves. They have the paparazzi that expose them. That's the difference between real life celebrities and YouTube celebrities. You are filming yourself, complaining about your life, just so everybody is up to date with what's going on. And that's what makes YouTubers not celebrities. You are not celebrities. You may be rich, you may have millions of followers, millions of dollars, a luxurious lifestyle, but you are not a celebrity status. So sit down and get off your high horse. So the next one is complaining about first world problems. YouTubers take any small thing and they will make it so dramatic, and it's like stupid stuff like, my Dunkin' Donuts gave me the wrong coffee. Let me make a video about it that's 20 minutes long complaining. You do realize everybody in the world watches your videos, and to me that's so insensitive. Like, you have all these little kids all over the world that don't even have anything and probably watch you for entertainment, and you're their idol, and you're complaining about first world problems. That's insensitive. Do something better with your time, with your money, with the platform that you have, and don't sit there and complain about every single little problem that literally nobody cares about but you. The next topic is the one that gets me the absolute most angry, fired up, disappointed, literally disgusting, using sensitive topics such as getting kidnapped or stalked and stuff like that in story times for views. And that is the most disgusting of all, because there are those YouTubers, okay, that do have these real stories, that do share their victim story, their rape story, things like that. But the majority of them that are out there are so privileged and so gross that you are literally being so insensitive about a topic that's so serious. Being kidnapped and being harassed and sexually abused is not something that you can make a story time about if it's not real. Guy following me, my Uber driver is going to kidnap me, things like that, and then nothing happens. Way to send a good message out there. And the thing that is so upsetting is they don't consider who their audience is. I don't know if they don't know or if they choose to ignore it. If they're so insensitive that they are going to make these kind of topics and make them for views, and it's not even something that's serious, then to me that's disgusting. All this drama that's constantly happening on YouTube, it never means anything. There's never actual tea or drama to spill. If there is, then leave it to the drama channels. That's what they are there for. Those are the paparazzi of YouTube. Let them tell your story. Let them expose you or do all these crazy things. Don't go out on your own trying to create drama for yourself or for other YouTubers just because you're bored or you constantly need this kind of attention, because it's a little bit beyond that. You want to call yourself an influencer, then you need to influence in the right way. And if you have people looking up to you, then you need to consider that and actually grasp the reality of little kids sitting there in their homes watching you. And if these kids are taking these messages and growing up on them, then, you're gonna have little kids everywhere stereotyping sexual assault and kidnapping and all these serious topics, because guess what? Their idols are doing it, and they're doing it and they're getting famous off it. So why shouldn't they do it? The YouTubers out there in this YouTube community are so privileged, in my opinion, that they are in their own world and they don't even have a clue of what the actual outside world is like. They live in this YouTube bubble and they need to wake up. Some of them really need to be held accountable. You have the Tana Mojos and the Trishas, and Tana's a good example. Encourages young people to go get a fake ID and go out clubbing because she can do it. Constantly posts videos of her drinking underage and gets millions of views, and there's 10-year-olds commenting on it saying how cool she is. You have these young girls that are gonna go get fake IDs just because Tana does it, so it's okay. Tana doesn't get caught. Being a person that has like younger siblings, it upsets me because I can see the way they're growing up and how social media affects them so much differently than it affected me. It's so accessible to them and they only follow what's trending. They stick together and they like to keep up with the hype and all of that. It's so wrong because you have no idea how much influence you have on these kids, and they're real kids and they're in real families and they're growing up and they want to be just like you, and you can be funny, you can tell your stories, you can swear a little bit if you want here and there, but don't cross that line. Imagine these audience like they're your siblings. Would you want them to act like you? Would you want them to take your advice? Would you want them to grow up in that society that you're creating? Sometimes, like when you're talking to the camera, I feel like you forget that it's not just the camera. When you upload that video, those are real people. They're not numbers that you see going up on your views. They're real people, and you need to remember that. My message from all this is for you YouTubers out there, please consider who you are. Please consider your audience. This is not fun and games. You're making money off these views. You're making money off these kids, and you're influencing them. So the words that come out of your mouth should be, in my opinion, rehearsed and really thought about before they come out. That's why we have a brain, we process, but you have a responsibility to do that 10 and 20 times more than a regular person, because you have millions of people watching you. And if you don't, then that's just selfish, in my opinion. So yeah, before I keep going at it, I'm going to conclude this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your opinions are in the comment down below, and we'll see you in the next video.